swimming?
I started swimming when I was about 3 years old. I went to... Oh dear. Right. Let me go a timeline right. I was 3, I went to the pool. Okay, right. I started swimming when I was 3 years old. I used to go down to the pool with my dad. We used to just go down on the weekends, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And then when I was 5, we moved to Warrington, where I started swimming lessons. And from then, I went to Warriors Swimming Club when I was 9. And
okay,
then
so Warriors is like competitive side.
yeah, from 9 years old, I was swimming there until about 12, when I started competing, like nationally, like very competitively at the club.
Okay. So how long have you been involved with Team Scotland then?
Team Scotland, they invited me onto their team when I was about 12 years old as well. Yeah, when I started competing nationally, I got invited onto what they call their Silver Squad. And that's basically just going up there for camps and things like that, just competing for them on a national scale. But recently I've been moved up to gold and started swimming on an international scale.
So is the training that you do there different to the one that you do at home at the home club?
Not really, no, because I don't tend to do much training up with them. I just like go on swim camps with them, and then usually they just give me harder sets than I do here. But it's very similar. They don't want to change it too much from what you're used to.
Okay. So what's your biggest achievement so far?
My biggest achievement... In 2013 I went to Poland for the European Juniors, where I came second in both the 50 and the 100 backstroke. But more recently I went to the Commonwealth Games in Glasgow, and I came 4th in the 4x100 medley relay, 5th in the 50 backstroke final, and 10th in the 100 backstroke final.
So what was that atmosphere kind of like at these bigger events?
At international events, it's incredible. The crowd's just so different compared to like nationals, for example. The atmosphere is just so alive, especially at the Commonwealth Games when it was like a home crowd as well. Up in Scotland. It was just mental.
Were you nervous for these events?
I was, yeah. Yeah, going out before the 100 back final, I remember just freaking myself.
So how did you manage to overcome that?
Usually what I do is just, it's kind of sad, but I just talk to myself, like, tell myself that I've worked so hard for this, like, I can do this.
Okay, so what kind of goals have you set yourself for this year and the coming up years in your swimming career?
This year I just want to do well at British Short Course, which is in December, and I want to qualify for the Olympics next year, which the trials are in April, so I'm aiming to swim well for them as well.
Okay, so what kind of training are you doing? The trials of the Olympics, how you're preparing yourself for this?
In the coming up year, it's going to be very intense up until December, I think. And then from there, it's going to be coming down, working more on technique and what I can improve in my starts and turns and finishes and things like that. But very much until December, it's endurance, like, as hard as you can.
Lovely.
I know.
Okay, so with the Olympics, do you feel nervous? Do you feel a lot of pressure that you've got to train hard?
Yeah, I feel a lot of pressure in feeling like I have to better myself every training session than the last. But it's also, I'm nervous because there's quite a few other girls that are going to try and compete to be on the team. So it's unlikely that I'll make it onto this year's team. But I'm aiming to get to Tokyo as well. So hopefully they'll have all been and gone.
You